Let me take a drink before we get started. And I need to tab over and then tab back. I'm a pro. All right, and we are here, ready to go. We are rocking. Let's see, I think Stream Elements automatically gets filtered out. All right. Also, I have a new widget there, up there. It's follower goals. I don't know if it's the best, if it's how accurate it is. It says 13, but my Twitch says I have 18. Either way, crazy. Our goal is 25. And yeah, we're just working our way slowly going up there. And I'd like to thank everyone who's followed and subscribed on YouTube and all that fun stuff. It means a lot to me. And we've been working on this over the past week. I think we're going to finish it up, except maybe the path. I need to think about, again, what the path is going to look like. But I think... I haven't drank enough today, so I'm just going to be muttering and missing all my words. But I think we're going to finish it up with these two trees. And then if we still have to do stuff, we still have time, we will work on this top secret project that I'm working on. I'm hoping to get a YouTube video out about what we're doing over here this weekend, maybe Sunday. It depends on how much work that I'm able to do Friday and Saturday, because those are my days off. I work the other days. Actually, I don't work Sunday, so 4 days a week I have work. Yeah, all my grinding I do on Friday and Saturday, and then try to video edit on Sunday. Anyway, which tree? I wanted to do this tree first, I think. When we're walking up, we're going to be seeing it blow in the breeze just a little bit, kind of like that tree. It's mostly stationary, but you can see it kind of goes that way. And I think that's the feel we want this one to go for. And we want to make sure we don't block the path to that bench over there. So I'm going to work on the backside first. I think that's just a good place to start. Has the least amount of work to do. Let's go here. Maybe we want to have like this. See what that looks like. It's just a really touch and go kind of situation. Let's have mangrove towards the bottom because it kind of conveys that long flowiness that we're trying to go for. And then oak more on the top. It's still going to go up a little bit. It's not going to be stuck directly to the tree. That's one mistake you might make, is to have the leaves all stick right to the side of the tree. You have to have some depth to it when you're building. So you want the air gaps in between. That really helps convey how thick the tree leaves are. And I'm just kind of using these fences to really convey that. It gives you a little bit of ground, so it's like branches, but you can still place all around and it doesn't blend in. Like these two blend in, you see? The leaves kind of blend in together. We don't want that. We want it to give more depth to it. So that's that. Might be doing a bit too much here, but we can always come back and undo it. Nothing is permanent unless you're playing hardcore, and then it's permadeath. But this is just nice and simple. I would say peaceful, but we are playing on hard. We're not complete noobs at this game. Let's go down here. This. And I'm using oak. If you weren't here yesterday, I'm using oak like in the middle of it so the leaves feel denser. So you see how the leaf pattern is different between oak and mangrove. So it's a little bit denser, and we're using that to just convey the sense of motion, really. And I think it's turning out pretty well. All right, let's cheaty cam it. See? Yeah. Is that like the outer bound? Maybe we want to go up a little bit. It is leaning a bit this way, so maybe it's fine. Keep it like that and have it go up that way and then down. Maybe not have it so perfectly staggered like that. That's fine. We can fix it. We do have a lot of leaves still, so we're going to be fine. This build over there is going to take a lot of oak leaves, so I might have to go chop down like that forest over there. Just take all the leaves. I do have a silk touch hoe, so it should be fast. A netherite. Wait. I have 2 hoes, a silk touch and a fortune, and I think the fortune's the netherite one. But I have plenty of netherite from the massive project we're doing in the nether. So let's go like that. Maybe we don't want those, we just want these. Can't really waste that. Let's silk touch it. I don't want to waste, don't want to waste leaves. We don't have to. Do that. So oak at the top. Maybe it's a bit too tall. And we will be doing more down there, so it'll kind of fall down. I think it'll be fine. I think I lost that one. It's fine. I think we're going to do this. Trying to make it a little bit thicker as we go down. Running out of room. I think this is fine. There. And we just want to make sure it's not spottable. Luckily, leaves aren't spottable. But if we leave any holes in between, we have to make sure it's like not spottable. That might be spottable. Fences. If stuff starts spawning in there, then I'll come back and light it up. I don't know if a single fence post stops spawns. That's a good question. Let's see what that shape is feeling like. I'm in the way. Let's get out of the way. Let's hide. All right, I like the top shape. Again, we're going to bring it down so it's looking fine. Might need to go down and do some scaffolding. This will be a good perch, though. inside really make it feel dense. And let's just follow this up. Some oak, maybe some mangrove at the top. Let's put mangrove on the side. That way we have places to build off of when we come back from below. Like this. Work in some of these fences. I don't want that to be oak, I want it to be mangrove. And then we can build that down. Maybe a little bit more here. Leaves. What is that look like? Again, we're gonna have to come back from this side. We're missing one right there. But in terms of shape from this side, I'm not hating it. It needs to come down a lot more though. And let's get our scaffolding. Probably just go to sleep and then work on it the next day. Let's bring the bed up while we're at it. Yeah, these trees aren't spawn-proof yet, so we want to make sure we're sleeping. Don't feel like a creeper blowing up my highly detailed terrain. That would not be fun. Okay, sleep. Let's go up, starting from right here, and really work this down. We are trying to convey the sense that it's going from this direction towards the tree more. Because that's the direction we've decided the wind's going in this area. But we want to make sure it maintains some thickness. What does that look like? It will look better when the rest of it's down, I think. Right now it's looking a little funky. We do need to do the other side as well. So maybe we need a little bit more like roundness to us. Rotundness. Yeah, something like here. That there. And let's make it so it's not just one skinny line. The elytra keeps activating. That's fun. Right now, let's go do this side. Do some oak on the bottom. Can I reach that? There we go. Again, oak on the bottom here. Yeah. Just so we really convey a sense of movement with the mangrove. Maybe a little bit more over here. Weave in a little bit of oak. Right here with the mangrove. Make sure it's not just, empty. It's not like an umbrella shape. So we're going to have to fill in the inside a little bit. See. Don't really like how that's shaping. And it's not really conveying direction. And there's some holes on this side. Yeah, it's rough right now, but we'll get there. Place it as I can. Umbrella shape, so we're going to cover this up a little bit. Maybe it does need something in the back, though. Maybe on this side we can have one coming down like that. A little bit of depth of field. Then we need to fix that looking thing. Yeah. Let's add some of these here. I want to break this down a little bit too. Let's just do a little bit of oak there just for some variety. How's that? Let's make it flow a bit. So let's do the oak and mangrove like that, with some mangrove on the top there. That way it's flowing. And then once we bring in this side, I think it won't stick out so much. We also need to, I see a little one right there we need to fix. Let's use oak. Let's put some oak up here as well, so you can't see into the canopy so much. We'll just use that. That's fine. All right, and then this side is going to be maybe a bit droopier. I just see my preview is all laggy, and I hope it's not actually. You're not cool, you're hot. That's okay too. It's a pretty cold day where I am, so it's still I wish I was hot. That's probably better than being cool, to be fair. I don't want it all. Yeah, we're going to do some variety here and then try to add a little bit of coverage here. Yes. That's a good attitude to have about it. Yeah. Probably right. You know, long term, you want to be with someone who you get along with, I guess. So, makes sense. Down here. That might be a bit too bumpy, which is okay too. We can fix that. Oh, yeah, I can. Actually, I can turn down everything else. I can turn down the music a bit. My microphone's already at 100. I'd have to... Oh, is it not? That sucks. I did have it in a different position today. Maybe I just have to eat it a little bit. Let's test my mic. Yeah, it's at 0. All right, perfect. Yeah, I'll just have to eat it a little bit. I don't have I can't hear my own audio. Like, it's difficult to do that. So... Thank you. I really appreciate that. This is just looking a little bit too artificial. We need to fix this. Let's do that. I am from Oregon, USA. West Coast, USA. What about you? I do need to... that. Saudi Arabia? Oh, nice, nice. Haven't been. I've been to a few countries. Haven't been to Saudi Arabia. Haven't been much in that region. Mostly Asia and Europe. But... oh man, I really don't like how that's looking. I think if we just make this taller, it will look cooler. Actually, I have it. I have... yeah. I would like to. Definitely would. I love... I would love to travel. You know, someday. Someday I'll be able to. Yeah, the closest... I used to live in Russia, so that's about as close as I got. I've been to Turkey. That's about as close, actually. I don't really count Turkey, though. I went to one city in Izmir. Yep, I haven't been over the Pacific, but I've been all over. I would like to get a job that has me going all over. This is a bit of an abrupt stop, though. I need to fix that. This is Java 1. It's not the most current update. I haven't updated the tiny takeovers yet because I don't really care. But it is Java. Because I can press F3 and see all this fancy stuff. It's mostly vanilla as well. I'm using WASD keyboard. See what it looks like from over here. This is what I'm worried about. Oh, we need to do a little fixing. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. I do move a bit smoothly, trying to make sure the shader packs can load. I don't want to have a bad visual. You know, I don't want this to look ugly for people watching. But thank you, yeah. Let's cover this. The FPS are low. Let me show you. This one's funny. The FPS is because of these guys. Hold on. I had a villager breeder running full tilt, and it put out so many villagers that I was getting 10 FPS. And then also in here, there's a bunch of villagers. Like, this is my main base area with a bunch of villagers. And they just, like, all these villagers have every book, which I probably should have put it somewhere else. But this, mostly when I'm in the nether, and I've dug out a sizable chunk of the nether, so there's not a lot of spawns. I get 120, 140 FPS, even with the shaders. But the villagers, I think, are really what does it. I was getting 10 FPS before I purged most of them. So, yeah, what are we getting? Probably, I can't actually see because I have the chat right there. Yeah, we usually get about 40 FPS here. And also, I'll just cheaty cam this. This thing probably doesn't help. I have a massive pumpkin and melon farm. That's the source of my economy, going all the way down to bedrock. So every minute it goes off, and that probably causes spikes. I don't block updates. But there's no mobs, so everything's lit up. So hopefully. I've got to chill out with what I'm doing. I've got to spread out. That's what I'm doing in this area. I try to put my farms over there. So it's a shulker farm. There's a pumpkin farm over there, like a pumpkin carving station I made. So yeah, I'm just going to start spreading it all around and only have a couple things loaded at once. And I've got to evict some more villagers too. I've been playing on this world for a few years now, on and off. So, like, most of my builds have been like in the past year, I think. I think I built that like a year ago. And I've been this and everything right here I've built in the past week. That I built like 8 months ago. And that was my last big build, and I took a break because I'm in school. So, yeah, it's just been on and off. I think I want something like that. But yeah, this whole area right here, I put up starting on like Monday, and I've been streaming it every day as we build it. And I've got to fix, it's not permanent. Like I'm still got to make it look pretty, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's been I've put a lot of work into this. So I do enjoy it. Now, whatever you do in Minecraft, the thing I like about Minecraft is that whatever you do, it's good because it's something that you spent time, you built, you put effort into it. And for the first like 10 years of Minecraft I played, I dug a hole, and that was my home. Every world I had, I just dug a hole. And I only started building on this world like a few years ago. So I need some water. Hold on. Also, my big project is in here. We can take a detour. I build my own ideas. Some of it is inspired, so what we're about to see has been partially inspired. But everything in the area we are has been completely my own idea. I'm trying to build it in this environmental style. So this right here is I'm working on in my last YouTube video. No, I think everyone can create. I'm not the most creative person. I just have a process. So I built this in my last one, and this one is inspired by watching YouTubers. And I dug all of that. And this has taken like 50 hours to build, and I'm going to go another 200 blocks that direction. But slowly. I might do this later this stream. But yeah, I just find a style and... Oh, I don't have my hat on. They're mad at me. Yeah, it's just... I think creativity is like a muscle. You just gotta build and then tear it down and build it back up again. And it just takes effort. Like I look at some of my old builds and I don't like them. Like these two, I'm still not sold on compared to my newer types of builds. So I might, tweak them, make them look a little bit better. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did the follower count go up? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the follower count, but I appreciate it. It'll probably update sometime. Nice to meet you, dude. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate having you here. Let's do some oak on the top here. I don't know what the stairs look like surrounded by oak, but oh, we need to sleep too. All right, so both follower counts updated. They're both different numbers still, so I don't know which one's the true one, but either way, we've seen some good growth this week, and I really appreciate everyone who stops by and subscribes or follows, whatever. I'm used to YouTube. Subscribing in YouTube. Following is Twitch, right? Words. We have gained a couple people on the YouTube, but I just don't put out as many videos because it takes a lot longer to put out a YouTube video. So slower growth there, but that's okay. It's just a hobby and it's fun. All right. Okay, I don't want this to be too close to the ranch. maybe we get rid of the slabs again. Do we have more? Yeah, we have more. All right. This song really feels like a Minecraft song too. That's the kind of vibe I'm going for. Non-Minecraft, but feels like Minecraft. Whoops. I am good at parkour. Really gonna make me climb up there. I think we're going to cut this out, do this. I feel like this one song, because it gets me every time it starts, I feel like this one song has been played so often in the past 2 days. I just need to add more songs, I think. All the songs are like 3 minutes long, so they get played so often. We need more oak. We still have 3 stacks of oak. We're doing good. Time is it? All right. I gotta be careful because I have class and I don't want to be late. Luckily, it's not for a few hours. So we are good to go. What if we just left this as a big hole? It's not spawnable, obviously. And I think it adds a little bit of depth to it. Okay, we do need to make this blend with that. It doesn't. It's naked on it from this side, but from this side, it's still got some work to do. But what I do is I work from the top canopy for a tree like a willow tree, which is what we're doing. I work from the top. Excuse me. I work from the top, and then I build out the canopy, and then we do the decor, the hanging vines basically coming off of it. So I think I want this to be more canopy-y. I'm gonna do that. And we want it to be not just a line in between these two halves, but we want it to be fully grown out into a big circle. So we're just going to dig this out, build it out. Yeah. Oak. Right, and then we want to connect these two as well. Let's connect it lower and then connect it higher. So let's do that. What does that look like? Maybe we put some oak over here and then have it turn into mangrove. What does this canopy look like? It's a little bit too straight, but I think once you draw stuff coming down, it will distract for that, but maybe we do need to mix it up a bit. Let's do this. And then just like that. Maybe that will work. And then it will look cool when it has actual stuff down here. And then this can just go down a little bit. You know, these are things that you can always just slowly fiddle with. Just make it look a little bit better. Just by looking at it and observing it as it exists in your world. You know, you don't have to build things the first time perfect. You just, it's a process. And then when you look at it, you go, I didn't really like that. Like over here, this cathedral looking thing, it used to have mushrooms growing on it, but I didn't like it, so I took down the mushrooms. Like this one right here, I don't like how it doesn't have branches, but I don't know how, I still haven't thought of what it should look like. So I'm just going to keep it like that until I'm really getting into the details. But I think some kind of like conifer looking, just tree branches, like a pine tree, but big, or a fir tree. You know, I live in the Pacific Northwest, not Northwest, just Pacific Northwest. And we have a lot of really tall fir trees. And so that's what this inspiration is. Too bad it's also a useless building at the moment. It's, yeah, it's nothing. I took it down, took down the moss farm. That's okay. Take a drink. But building is a process. Creativity is a process. It's a muscle you can work on. Let's just, yeah, something like that. And then we'll go on the other side and bring it down. Let's do oak here. Mangrove, mangrove. I want to have this be a little more blended. I have a little more, not just mangrove, have some more oak. Something like that, maybe. Let's go to sleep. I'll destroy this diamond pillar, or scaffolding pillar. We call this scaffolding on this channel. I think I've lost 3 blocks of scaffolding since I started using it as scaffolding. But that is okay. You know, diamonds are worthless on single player worlds. So we just are stuck with them as scaffolding or redstone blocks or whatever. Also, I posted on what channel was it? It was on Reddit. that I told people that I use diamond blocks as scaffolding, and people didn't believe me. I don't know what's so hard. Like, you don't have to play that much single player Minecraft to figure out that diamonds are pretty worthless once you get villagers and once you do any sort of mining at all. So, I don't know. It shouldn't be a controversial take. Diamonds are just, they don't do anything. They're good for econ, stuff like that. Even then, like I also play on Titancraft, which is Tango Tech's Patreon server. And I was brand new, and I just went mining for a little bit, got a lot of diamonds, and then I had like infinite resources because of the shopping district. So, I mean, that means diamonds have a little bit of value in those worlds, but it's just not hard to come by diamonds themselves. And they're only used as a currency because people feel like they're rare. If you wanted to do something like netherite actually takes a lot more work to get it because you need 4 pieces of ancient debris. And ancient debris is pretty rare itself. But I don't know. Then you wouldn't have enough currency for big multiplayer worlds, I guess. So, tomato or something. Let's bring this out a little bit. What does that even look like? We needed to go lower. I thought there was a block there. We're not going to look at it from this side, though. Spoiler. We're not going to be on this side of it too often, so I really don't know how useful it is. Maybe we need to go on the other side a little bit. Really fill this in. I mean, yeah, we're missing this whole side. Working the oak. No, can't reach. Okay, nervous about how that turns out. Maybe we need a little bit like I think every single block in Minecraft needs some kind of stair or half slab or slab variation. I don't know. That's a controversial take. Since we're doing controversial takes today. But like imagine a half slab or stair leaves. Imagine the kind of variation you could get. Need to fluff it up a bit. I didn't speak into the microphone. I gotta speak into the microphone. Make it an ASMR stream. Maybe if I label it an ASMR stream, I'll get more people. I can carve out a niche ASMR Minecraft. So we're just doing this, and then we're going to add more variation to it once we have it. Yeah, we need to fix this, especially because this is a side that we are worried about. This is a side that we are worried about. Blah. English. I want to make sure it looks pretty. Yeah, that's not looking... I want actually to bring this up. And then we can do something like that. I want to bring this one down. And then we need to fluff that out a little bit as well. Hard to find a space to put the scaffolding. And then let's bring it down a little bit. We did that. Just looks like it's going out on its own a little bit too much. I think I want this to go over here instead. See what that looks like. I'm not really in love with it, to be fair. That's me pressing Q instead of W. Genius. Put me in the next MCC or something. What does it look like from over here? We need to fix this up. Let's bring it all out. If we do that. That's okay. They look blobby in real life, so I think they work in Minecraft like that. I think we need to bring this down a little bit. That does convey a little bit of wind, right? I did see someone on Reddit today have a forest path with like mud, what is it called? Not mud bricks, but like packed mud. That's what it is. That looked pretty cool. I do kind of just want something that's blended in with the green a little bit more. Don't know yet what it should look like. I don't want it to be gravel or stone. That's just the wrong color. It just should feel like it's a worn path rather than something that's actually built, paved. That's a good question to have. Let's put our scaffolding away. I think we're going to start working on this over here. Let's just get all of it. So what we're doing, spoilers for the next episode, that's okay, is that we're going to have a tree, I think, coming out the center. That's my idea. I was kind of doubting whether or not I wanted to do the tree because it might look a little weird, but like an oak tree growing out the center, but through it grows like these kinds of trees going through it that kind of make it, because we're going for this eco-gothic, right? I want it to feel grown. So I don't know, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not doing any creative mode building for this. That's kind of, I've done creative mode building in this world, so I'm not going to say it's like against my ideas. I need to count, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm not going to say creative mode building is against everything I'm doing in this world, but it's kind of against the spirit, at least for this area. Nothing in this area was creative mode built. Technically, I did like a sketch of what the bottom level would look like on that, just to get a vibe. That was the first thing I built, so I just really needed to test. But everything else has been completely original survival mode only build. And yeah, I don't know. Kind of want to do it that way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're just going to take this one step at a time and see how it turns out. It could look completely ugly, and I'd have to tear it down, and in that case, probably not getting an episode out this week. Or it could look really good, in which case, perfect. That's a great episode to put out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. 10. Now, to really show that I'm not American, I should start counting in not English. But this is an English-only stream, so probably shouldn't. But I'd really show that I'm not your typical American, right? Really show bilingualism. I'm not bilingual. Even though I study a lot of languages, I'm not bilingual because I'm not fluent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just go down and get the, I don't want to waste these oak logs. So, and then we're just going to build them all out and then build them on the other side and see what it looks like from down below and see how we're going to continue this build. So I kind of want this to be the top of it, and we're just going to cut it off right there. I want this to be the top and have it kind of angled downwards, kind of like what you would see in a regular cathedral, and then kind of build that up towards whatever it would be. Yeah, that's the... Oh, please work. Oh. But that is the goal. It's going to take a lot of oak. I might have to spend time chopping oak trees and getting a lot of oak leaves too. I might chop down an entire forest. Let's just cut it right there. We'll get that later. Come on, work. Nope. Oh, I really messed up. Luckily, we have a lot of oak trees around. I can just chop those down, do a little bit of deforestation so I can rebuild it as a massive forest, right? That makes sense. Cut down forest and then replant it as in a different place as a forest. Yeah, whatever. Right. Where did this one go? Up here. So we're going to mark it out. It goes right here, and it goes 4 out from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Place 1 here and 1 here. This is the pattern we're going for. See, this is not creativity. This is just rote building. You just set a rule down and you build it. So creativity, or what looks like creativity, isn't actually too difficult, I don't think. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. It's just... Let's do this. We'll blend this in later. All right, time to count again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm smart. I know when to place some of the blocks. just making it easier and making it more stuff for me to pick up. It's always fun. Here, then connect it. And we're really going to need to make sure we go to sleep on time, because none of these platforms that we're building are spawnable, which is going to be fun. Let's just get the bed. Or let's sleep and then bring the bed over. How does it look? Yeah, I do think it needs a tree, though. I'll explain why once we look back at it. Did I just walked over there for a bed and I already had it? Terrible. Do we have... I think I put down my ender chest over here. We'll just waste rockets because we have infinite gunpowder. That's okay. Alright. But yeah, if you look over here, like, it looks good. Maybe it doesn't need a tree. But it might not feel natural enough once you work it in. I really got to think about it. It's something I'm going to have to think about. Because we're going to have everything in between. So everything in between here and here are going to be leaves, I think. Maybe some moss mixed in. But I think primarily oak leaves. It's been an hour. We need to sit up. Yeah, but doesn't need a tree going out the middle. The downside of the tree is that it blocks the view of the cathedral, like when you're down here. Like the tree right here would block the cathedral. Or when you're down here, a tree might block it. But it might not look natural enough. It might... Why can't I jump? It might not look natural enough. There isn't a tree going right out the middle. Oh, I'd really have to think about this. Let's finish the build, though. I forgot that was the whole purpose of doing all this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. What does it look like from out here? Yep. But see, imagine this center part was a tree coming up and then kind of drooping down. I gotta go for that. We can round off the corners. I do want to cover the shroom lights as well. And then kind of fill this in with, on the outside, fill it in with wood and, what is it, mangrove roots, what we used over here. Kind of have this kind of system. But, you know, with actual wood behind it as well, so you can't see. Maybe put the mangrove, let's stop cheaty camming. Maybe put the mangrove like right here. So it's in a bit, and then put actual, and then mix in with some kind of wood that blends with it. I think that would look cool. Again, we need path. I need to know what path I'm doing because I'll make this whole thing like a path. And then blend it in with the moss. We need to blend it in with the moth. We need to blend it in with the moss because underneath this is magma. That's why they're not escaping. And that's why I'll get hurt. And that's why my golden helmet almost broke twice. I just really don't know how I'm going to make a tree that's that wide and that isn't just way too massive. Yeah, it's difficult. Ifícil. Trudno in Russian. I don't know any other. I don't know what it is in any other languages. I'm learning Polish now, so maybe I should try to figure out how to say that in Polish. But literally my second day of Polish. What am I? Is it today? Today is Russian. I have a whole list of languages when I learn them. Well, it's Russian, Ukrainian, and Polish. And yeah, Polish isn't Friday. It will be on Friday. So maybe then I'll look up how to say difficult. But this is a difficult task facing us. And we can't progress any further on this build because it's part of the video that I'm trying to put out this weekend. And so yeah, all this is spoilers. So, you know, you have to watch the video if you see this. You signed a contract unknowingly. But in the video I said I was just going to put out these outlines and not actually build the full thing because the way I do it, I don't like time lapses. Just as a content thing, I don't like watching time lapses too much. I feel like it gives, and as a content creator, I feel like it gives you too much of a chance just to say, oh, I'm not vibing with this video, I'm going to click off. Whereas if you're in media res, that's not the proper term because that's referring to the beginning. But if you're doing things and you're in the middle of everything and you never stop, you never take your foot off the gas, it doesn't give someone a chance to really think, oh, you know, I'm not vibing with this video as much. They'll still, if they're really not vibing, then they won't vibe. But I feel like keeping a constant flow is just better style. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I only get I get like a dozen views of videos, so I don't really have anything to go off of. So, but what we want to do is fill out all of these. And not all of them yet, but just, I want to get glass unlocked and then also say, this is glass. Oh, we should get white dye and glow berries, or not glow berries, glow ink. So luckily we have like infinite glow ink and infinite bone, so we can make white dye. Yeah, for some reason the mob farm that I have literally underneath here, that currently disabled, it's been off for months now at this point. I only turn it on for like a couple hours, like every year basically at this point, because I just don't, you know, if I was on a server, I'd be providing mob drops, like gunpowder, things like that, but I don't need to, so. Yeah, it's gonna get me. It's not so readable. I wish it was like black outlined. It would be easier to read. Also, yeah, this is sweeping edge, and I just named him Edgy. Let's do the outside, then we do the inside. Oh, what are you? Respiration 3. Is it big enough? Yes, it is. And all these guys, if you haven't seen any of my videos, all these guys are basically as cheap as they can get. but then I zombified them, so they're all should be 1 diamond. Maybe efficiency 5, which is the most expensive one, because I didn't want to re-roll that anymore. So I just settled for a bad price. Maybe efficiency 5 isn't down to 1, but they all should be pretty close. I put all the important ones up here in the front, so I wouldn't have to. Here it is. Yeah, so it's 6. That's the most expensive one. And that kind of sucks. Maybe one day I will re-roll for like another 12 hours looking just for the cheapest efficiency 5 possible. But until I feel like wasting 12 hours on something that I don't really need, that it won't save me 12 hours, I'll just keep doing this. But this will act as my new storage area, I think, for books. Maybe I need to put chests or something so I can have regular books. Or emeralds or something storing here just temporarily, or... yeah. I'll think about it, in which case it means I'm not going to do it. And we need to make sure we don't AFK. Because if we AFK, maybe I just torch it up. Yeah, let's actually just torch up the top parts. So that way we can AFK without worrying about a zombie spawning. So you see, all of this is spawnable, which is a no-go. I don't know if any of the top are spawnable. Like on that area. Actually, that looks like it's everything. The top should be close enough to all those stations that have light, so just needed it up here. All right, let's get to trading. That's a lot of books. We don't have a good source of books, like regular books, these ones. Maybe we'll have to trade for some books. Holy crap, 42. This is why I got the cheapest price possible. Like, piercing 3 for 22, even when you're zombified? No way. Get out of here. Misclicking. Really? You don't get 1 emerald bookshelves? I have silk touch on my pick, so it's on my axe, so that really doesn't do a lot. Wow. Well, we can always trade like this. They don't have a good secondary trade, then we're kind of screwed. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I had enough space too, and wow. I'll never need this many Sweeping Edge 3 books, ever. And like the curses, like when will I ever do Curse of Vanishing? Or like, I'm not even on a multiplayer, I'm on a single player world, so it's not like I'm going to troll anyone. Because that's like the only use of Strider. That's the only use of things, of curses, to troll people. It does have cheap cursive binding. Yeah. Oh, and there's the books. All right. Might have to quickly make a Fortune 3 axe. Yeah, like, what's this? This one will be so hard to get anything out of because it just gets so little out of these trades. Let's first check if I have a Fortune axe in my chest, my ender chest. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. All right, so let's go make one. Okay, there's mending, perfect. Efficiency 5. Unbreaking. I'll go trade with the unbreaking guy, I guess. And the fortune guy. And I guess we can just craft up. It's a waste of diamonds, but we can craft up a regular axe. Okay, so they all should be around here, yeah. I put all the important ones up front. Fortune, looting, fortune. All right, what's the cheapest? I don't remember off the top of my head. Probably not mending. Probably efficiency 5, or not the cheapest, the most expensive. That's the fortune 3 is. So fortune 3, efficiency. Forgot to name it. What do I name it? That was the name of my first one. All right. Let's do it the good old-fashioned. You just make a pillar and you insta-mine down. Well, insta-mine, but it'll be close. Books. That's good. We do not have enough space in our inventory. So many emeralds. I will never use all these breach, but that's not the point. The point is to get glass. Yeah, we can trade him some. Maybe we should also make this stuff. All right, so this has got glass. I'll just unlock glass everywhere, and then all right, all the ones that get glass, and then we'll worry about that, about labeling it later. It's shifting. All right, Frostwalker sucks. Really, Smite 5. Ah, it's another expensive one. That's fine. We just are not going through emeralds very fast because they're all really cheap. Good problem to have, I guess. So let's just craft up. Find a crafting table. I can find one right here. Actually, there's one right here. Where'd it go? Here. Again, we should be healing our pick. Respiration. I'm never going to have that many hats. That's okay. Kind of makes me wish I was on a nice server, because I'm just so good at this game. I could enrich the entire server. That's okay. I do like single player. You know, you can just go at your own pace. Don't have to worry about it. I need more bookshelves. I probably have to wait till tomorrow. There's a couple. That one has glass. Oh, this one does not. Shame. What do we got now? Impaling. Yes, I will totally be using... I'm actually going to take some of these. I will totally be using all of these impalings. And also, it doesn't have any of the good ones. It doesn't have any glass, I mean. So it's kind of useless. How does that make you feel, guy? You're kind of useless. That's okay. I still appreciate you. Even though, like, I'll never use impaling. Let's destroy this while we're at it. Silk touch. See, this one's useful, except, you know, when are you ever going to need 50 books of silk touch? I don't know. I do like these chiseled bookshelves, though. Great for storage. Knockback. I don't even use swords. I don't think I'm going to ever use these knockbacks. That's okay. We're here to be completionists, not, you know, actually useful. Come on, give it to me. What do you got? Glass. Perfect. I don't know what the odds are of getting glass, but that's what we need. Lure. Wonderful. You got any trades? Flame. Trade you some of this. I need more books. Forget who has books. It's the two guys in the corner. All right. Glass. Perfect. Riptide. Wonderful. Very useful. Thank you. We are running low on emerald, so we will have to unstack our emerald block. That's okay. Oh, you have bookshelves. Take bookshelves. And you have glass. Perfect. What is this flame? Like, all right, give me glass. Perfect. These guys know the drill. You know what's up. I don't even use thorns because I deal with hostile mobs so much, but okay. I think people who use thorns in their armor are cowards. And it's really annoying to PvP people with thorns. So, I don't know. Just out of principle, I avoid it. You know, luck of the sea, this is very useful. Punch 2. It's actually one of the best enchantments for your bow. If you ever need to get, you know, you're getting swarmed, and you have zombies coming after you, you just punch 2, quick shot them, and they go flying back. I haven't been making these guys unlock their glass trades yet, so let's do that. I do have infinite emeralds though for my infinite pumpkin farm. So pumpkin and melon farm. I do like just being able to not focus and just zone out, and then all of a sudden we have a million books in inventory. Look at that. Alright. You don't have glass, boo. You also don't have glass. Useless. Alright. You're gonna need... I don't think I need to do any of the trades yet. Or any of the bookshelf trades. Alright. Unlock lanterns. What do you got? Give me glass. Give me glass. Come on, give me glass. Ah, use mending. Expensive mending. Oh. Right. Oh, we do need to block this off. This is where I brought them through. So we'll need to block that off. What do you got? I'll trade lanterns. Rather keep the books. Come on, what do you got? Glass. Perfect. Infinity. I don't use infinity on my bows. I'm a mending guy. Another controversial take. I think mending is better for bows. I've just, you know, I'm willing to get into a flame war about this, but mending is just, you don't have to remake your bows. I use my bow a lot, I would have had to remake it a dozen times with how many ghasts I've been killing, which is the theme of the next episode, by the way. But like, I've killed so many ghasts, I would have had to remake my bow a dozen times. And instead, I just have to have an AFK farm with arrows, and then a stroker box of arrows that I can grab from. No glass on this guy. Only books. All right, you better unlock it though. Nothing. It's terrible. These guys have forgotten what their purpose is. Their purpose isn't to give me the cheapest books. That's just a good side effect. Their purpose is to give me glass, so I don't have to farm it so much. I did do etho desert mining with TNT, and that was so productive. I was really surprised, but useless. No glass. Let's see. Let's just make sure this guy hasn't done any yet. Let's trade some books. Was that enough? That should have been enough. Yes, glass. You're smart. Glass probably, or unlocked at the right level at the very least. Let's see. Brought 4. Let's hurry up, get these books in, and then hit the hay. Wonderful. All right, time to sit up. It's been an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. Stretch. There we go. Efficiency 5. This one is expensive. That's okay. I'm also going to trade lanterns. Please have glass. Yes. Oh, I didn't trade 100% of the... Oh well. I have books. I have 50 bucks still. Alright, what do you got for me? Book, trade, that's okay. Just give me glass. Give me glass. No glass. Ugh. It's like the meme of doing this, going up to the fridge, and then, yeah, that's all these guys are. Re-rolling all these guys, by the way, it took like 20 hours. If you missed that, my episode, was it last episode? Yeah, last episode. It probably took more than 20 hours. To be honest, it took so long. Perfect. Glass. He knows his duty. And let's go. We're going to need some emeralds as well. Yep, out of emeralds. Luckily, we have infinite emeralds. Technically, I can trade rotten flesh with these guys as well. But I don't do that because that just takes a lot of rotten flesh. And let's put the lanterns away. Right, let's get the books. Another stack of books, right? Yeah, perfect. All right, where were we? Unbreaking 3. That's an important one. Yeah, and they don't have glass. It was already unlocked. That's okay. This guy will have glass. Okay, book trade, that's fine. Come on, do it. Nope. Okay, multi-shot. So you know you're useless. So just be useful and give me glass. Nope. I will never use anything from this guy since he doesn't have glass. And he's a multi-shot trader. Like, wonderful. Amazing. It'd be funny if it gave me like the cheapest efficiency 5, which is the one I still need. But highly, highly improbable. All right. Let's do lanterns. Do it. Do it. Yes. All right. Bane of arthropods. It's actually has a niche use. You're doing like spider farms. And no glass. Lunge. Technically, I do have a spear. The good thing about this area, though, is that there's room for expansion on the corners. So if they ever add more, we can just re-roll villagers until we get whatever new thing they added. Oh, man, I go through so many books. Guys in the corners have it, right? Maybe not this corner, it's the other corner. Maybe it is this corner. All right, I think that's enough. Give me all the books. I'm going to have 2 stacks of books. Nice. All right. Let's just start from over here. Doesn't matter. Trade some books. Please unlock glass. Yes. At least then we have some use out of channeling. I'm not going to use a channeling villager unless it's giving me glass. Alright, we're at Curse of Vanishing. It already has glass. Perfect. But I will just fill up more Curse of Vanishing than we will ever use. Like, I can't even think of a use case when in a single player world you'll want a Curse of Vanishing something. Like, Curse of Vanishing something and put it on a zombie, maybe? I don't know. I don't get what the point of that would be. Maybe if you're doing some kind of mini game, but it's a single player world anyway, so I don't know. Aqua Affinity. glass. Amazing. Frostwalker. Very expensive Bane of Arthropods. But we don't use that. We only use their first trades. And the glass trade, obviously. That's what we're obsessing about. No. Glass. Right, we're getting good rates here. Keep misclicking. I am incredibly skillful at this game. And that's all of them. Are you? Yeah. Not a glass trader, but we can go in later. We can go in later and step on the magma and just make sure we can just label them as glass traders. So then we can go quickly and go glass, glass, glass and just get all of it. Okay. We don't need this either. There's glowing bits behind the lectern. Let's fill in this hole. Hide mini HUD. Right. It's looking good though. Really like it. And it's gonna have like sloped roof. Like that. Yeah. You won't even see the tree probably. So do we put a tree? That's the big question. I really don't know. Well, I'll think about it and do that later, I guess. Let's see. Let's go put the stuff away. We're gonna sleep in a regular bed and die. Wonderful. Talented. Amazing. All right. First off, I want to put this away. And let's put the emeralds away. Did it go in the right? Yeah. Emeralds away. Click it. There we go. Book away. Lantern away. Hit the hay. I do like this. I like what we built in the past week. It's looking nice. Maybe we take this part down later and have this just be a waterfall going all the way down here and splashing down here. We'll do that once we get the path solidified and figure out what we're doing with that. Let's go in the nether real quick. Oh, he's gonna kill me, isn't he? Hopefully no one else saw that. I'm gonna keep the gold helmet on. I'm just like sitting here. We're already like, how far are we? 66 blocks. Yeah. So yeah, we're like 60 blocks into our nether tunnel. Our nether, what do you call it? Excavation. I just like looking at it. I haven't worked on it in a few days though. Let's just stare at it. One thing I learned though is that you can't build these too close to where you're excavating. You have to go out a couple blocks. You have to dig out a couple more blocks before you build these up, because you will just keep destroying them because you insta-mine quartz. So That's one thing if you're doing it at home. That is difficult. And I'm thinking about digging more this direction. Once we finish the main area, digging out a whole nother chunk, which is like out to here. Let's see. It's out to here. But that's a whole nother chunk of work. Like all the way around. It's just multiple, it's many chunks of more of work. And that kind of scares me. I do want the gold farm to get up and running soon so we can finish these. Everything on the walls are farmable. So we'll go down here and you can see if I sprint, all of this is farmable by a gold farm, which I did on purpose because this one's going to go down 1,000 blocks, even the quartz. It's all farmable. That isn't, but that's okay. I don't have an amethyst farm fully up and running, but yeah, it's all right. And it just goes on and on if you haven't seen it. It's really, really big. I'm going to go away because ghasts. I'm scared of ghasts. I don't want them blowing up my hard work. Blowing up my ice would be annoying because I don't have a lot of ice. So, this is what we're working on. Yeah. This is my world. This is what I'm doing in it. Here's Reynald de Chantillon. I was watching Kingdom of Heaven when I was working on my gold farm, or not a gold farm, a bartering farm, a one piglin bartering farm, so it wasn't that much work. So I just renamed him that. He's annoying, so it checks out. And when we come up here, we'll have a nice path leading up. And it'll go somewhere right here, split off to go to that one. And then we do need all the like intermediate trees. All the small stuff in the front. So it isn't just a 100 block wide path with one building on either side. And eventually we'll have buildings over here too, probably. I initially wanted to put that over here, but I changed my mind and put it over here for reasons I don't really remember. Yeah, this is what we worked on so far. Let's take a screenshot. I like it. I like this area. It's cute. I'm glad I went with this idea instead of my initial idea of just having another tree, instead of going for the cave idea. I don't think we're going to use that screenshot because we didn't work on this today. That would be false advertising. But yeah, I like that. Let's go up actually. So it's been 2 hours. I've got class here in a few minutes, so I got to get going. Thank you everyone who followed. I had a fun time today. We did a lot of productive work. I'm really proud of that. We were really, really good. And yeah, thank you for stopping by, and I'll be live next on Friday. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow because I'm really busy on Thursdays, but I'll be live 10 o'clock Pacific time on Friday, and then all the other days after that pretty much. So thank you for stopping by. Be sure to follow and do all those things, and I will see you on Friday. Have a good one.